Dance to Connect is this amazing intersection between krump and street styles and also contemporary dance practices, which is really great for anyone from either side of the aisle coming in, because they can learn so much in just a short amount of time.
We're here at Dance to Connect festival, and it's been on for a week straight, and we've had like dope workshops in the morning, and also the festival has carried on, and there's a set piece that's happening at the end of the festival. Dance to Connect is like what it says, connecting different people from different dance background, focusing on krump and also contemporary, and how to connect, attaching your own style with the feeling of krump.
And I feel like Arias really is the embodiment what this program is about. It's really about bringing all those disciplines and putting the filter of street dance and contemporary and presenting that to the world.
I'm Arias Fernandez, aka Joker, and I'm from Spain. I run the Ombrasa company and training method. I started it in 2016 because of the necessity, let me say this, put my shit together about dance and movement. I was practicing so many dance styles that I needed to somehow understand the connection between all these dance disciplines, you know. Jump with me, do this. Chest bang, now laugh, scream, boom, and you don't know why you have to do it, but you are doing it because I put you in the flow of trusting me and doing this, you know. We do a lot of physical stuff and a lot of actions, but then I try to every day talk with them and let them understand that everything has a connection with everything. Floor work that you can have in a contemporary, in a way of relaxation, softness can be applied into krump, can be applied in the way you talk in a speech, in your solo. Fighting stuff, it can also help you to get some angry emotion and fighter mentality, inspiration for your krump character.
It doesn't come out as watered down in a sense. It just looks beautiful, it's fluid, and it's absolutely dope. And it also is very right. It's quite gentle with everyone, like really helps people individually, and also how to find your feeling within the style. Being comfortable within the uncomfortability angles and parts of your dance, and really exploring that rather than just being shying away from it and really holding onto it, because technically that's where the change is, where the point where you are uncomfortable, like continue finding something within that uncomfortable space.
When we were learning the krump technique, and we were really learning about the hits and the jabs and swings and all these different aspects, where usually when I'm watching it and I know nothing about it, it was just throwing things out and I was trying to replicate that the best I could. But then actually learning about each individual, and there actually is this calculated method to it. And with that, I was no longer like just throwing things out. I was actually able to string things together and thinking about what my body was doing sequentially.
Because it's a creative process, as well as like taking class in the morning with the artist, there's so much that like people from different styles can take creatively back with them, like wherever they're from, whatever style that they're dancing in, to train with themselves or lab with themselves, to put into like their own creation process if they want. There's so many little things that people of all different styles can take, and I think because it is a creative process, like that almost in a way is like what's beneficial, because you are creating with the flavor of what the artist is bringing in, and you can take what you need, what resonates, and leave whatever you don't resonate with, in a way. But everything this week for me has been like really eye-opening.
Doing this workshop for these 2 days, I got to experience being a beginner again. It made me think of my own movement and how it can change depending on what I'm learning, and that it's a good thing actually to put myself out there and try these new styles and new ways of moving and experience that being a beginner, because it definitely makes you question of how you use your body, what are your limits, or what you think are your limits when actually they're not limits, they're just things you've always thought were your limits, but through something else they can be pushed.
I have to thank all the students, like these persons are amazing. I was going home and I was like, damn, we have a crazy group, let's keep working. Like, I didn't sleep at all this week. Super tired. But yeah, it was because when I get this energy, same thing when you go to a scrum session, for example, you go there's so much energy that then you go back and the next day you wake up and you need to lab again to go to the next session because you want this feeling again. And it's like this, you know, so it's feeling a lot. And the people, even we are professionals, dancers, artists, I think the personal part of all this is the most important part.
I think for a lot of us, we've talked about, like, there's so many different people from all walks of life in this room that have been creating all week, and the diversity has just been insane. The biggest thing I would say for me personally is when you're dancing, when you get stuck in your own ways, the biggest thing I would say is the feeling that I took away, and I would say a lot of other people, that like, you can close the curtains in the mirror, you don't need to care about what you look like, it's all about what you feel in here.
Of course, I will recommend to anybody to come to the D2C festival because it's really amazing. Like, I wish when I started dancing I had something like this in my country and I could join like a week like this. I know Matt is bringing good professionals every year. This gives you a lot of ideas to go home after this one intensive week and then start to work on the craft that you got from this week. I wish I could do this when I was younger, man, like as a student, huh? Like, for real.
It is just eye-opening, and I think that is the great thing about dance and art and movement art. There is this potential to just open your eyes to different ways of moving, different ways of seeing things. I can't begin to say how beneficial that has been for me, and what I think everyone, even if it's not even like movers in a way, like dancers in a way, just being able to have new ideas, fresh perspectives on things like that, that is truly like what is, I think, beneficial for anyone with any kind of art, but particularly for dancers who are coming into this. It's kind of like, just leave whatever it is behind, you know, leave whatever is stopping you from moving forward behind, and just like take this opportunity to discover, rediscover, you know, it's just an open space to try something new.